I welcome you once again to this channel. This is the part 2 of the neem leaf we are talking to you about. We've already discussed its two benefits, its two health benefits in the part 1. So if you really want to understand what we are doing, kindly watch the part 1 and then you will understand this part 2. Benefit number 3, neem leaf can be used in the treatment or in prevention of pregnancy, meaning it serves as one of the most powerful contraceptives ever, with no side effect. That is the good part of it. Very important. It has no side effect, unlike those contraceptives where you will get a whole lot of complication here and there. And this one, it serves as contraceptives for both men and women, you understand. So if couples need to have a break as far as their childbirth is concerned, they can fall on this. I will definitely tell you how to use it at the end of this video. Now, another health benefit of this leaf is that it is also very good for the skin diseases and skin infections. So if you are someone who always develop skin disease or skin infection or skin rashes or any other skin related disorder, I recommend neem leaf to you. Don't forget, we are still sitting under the neem tree. Yes, this is the neem tree you can see, and as you can see, the back, look at the back has been taken off, telling you that indeed this leaf or this tree is one of the most powerful trees ever found here in Africa, and it is one of the most resilient and the most strongest tree. This thing, as you can see, which has been peeled off, let's give ourselves, let's say 3 months to 6 months to come. God willing, you realize that the bark will rejuvenate itself again, or will resurface again, telling you how strong and how resilient it is. And this bark is also used in the treatment of several health diseases, as I've already mentioned in the part 1, where I said you can use the bark of the tree as treatment for malaria, treatment for typhoid, treatment for hay fever. Very powerful, and it is also very good for diabetes. You understand, diabetes, as this one, the leaf too, is also good for. So if you know someone with diabetes, please let the person also grab the neem leaf. Now it has another health benefit, which is dandruff. If you are someone who always suffer from dandruff, anytime you comb your hair, you see this whitish substances from your hair. I used to have that problem. By God being so good, I used neem leaf neem leaf juice to treat it. And if it happens that you don't have any genetic alopecia in your family, when I say genetic alopecia is a condition where people loses their hair at a certain stage of their life. Me, my family, we have that genetic disorder. Virtually everybody in my family is having bald hair. So as you can see, I'm also losing the frontline hairs. You understand? With that, you can only use neem leaf juice to treat dandruff, but you cannot use neem leaf tree or neem leaf to bring back or to regrowth your hair if you have genetic alopecia in your family. But if you are not having any genetic alopecia, yours is just a conditional alopecia, meaning due to one or two reasons you are losing your hair, because your family, no one is losing or no one is bald in your hair, in your family. This one, I can assure you that you can use it to regrowth your hair. So don't misinterpret me, don't misconstrue me, because I know a lot of people, by me saying that it can be used to regrowth hair, I know someone will say if that is the case, why are you not using it to regrowth, to fill in the lost hair? Me, my family, we are all, you know, having bald hair. In fact, I am the only one who is, you know, trying to, you know, delay my baldness. Other than that, it would have gone by now. You understand? So to us, this thing cannot help us. So if you know your family is having baldness, or everybody in your family will go bald, B-A-L-D, bald, please don't waste your time using this. And because it is in the family, it is genetic, and mostly genetic conditions are hard to what to repair. You understand? So but this one, if you don't have any other person in your family who is having baldness, but unfortunately due to one or two reasons or conditions, sometimes you may be even taking some sort of medication, and due to the side effect of that medication, you may end up losing your hair, like as in chemotherapy. You know, people having chemotherapy section, normally they loses their hair, or maybe you must have, you know, used a certain cream on your hair which has, you know, ended you having baldness. If you have such conditions, I can assure you that you can be using the oil, neem leaf oil or neem leaf juice, and bring back your hair, and it will grow very, very well, and everybody is going to enjoy. Another benefit of neem leaf is that it can also be used in the treatment of high blood pressure, and so on and so forth. But let me tell you this: neem leaf has a bit of, you know, side effect, as in, you know, as in preventing pregnancy. So if you are someone who want to use neem leaf to treat all these conditions, first of all, make sure you are not someone, you know, in a hurry to give birth or to have a child pregnancy, because so long as you keep on using it as a man, definitely it will lead you not to be able to impregnate your wife, because at the end of the day, it serves as what? Spermicide. You understand? So that is that. Now, how to use it? You can use it by boiling only the leaves like this, or you can get some of the leaf, dry them in the sun for some few days. It will be dried very well. After that, you can start making tea out of it. It is quite bitter. It is very, very bitter. It is one of the most bitterest, you know, leaf ever in this world. It is quite bitter. But if you use it, whether malaria, if you are suffering from malaria, just make sure you keep on using it for 2 weeks and see whether your malaria will be around or not. The same thing applies to if you have typhoid fever. You can be drinking the juice of this or the tea of this leaf. You can again decide to, you know, squeeze it in the water. You squeeze it in the water like this, like you can see I'm doing. Get a bowl of, you know, water, wash your hand very well, wash the leaf as well, then you squeeze it. As you squeeze it, you realize that the medicinal property will be leaching into the water and making the water turning to color green and so on. After that, you can start drinking it as your normal drink, and God being so good, your malaria will vanish. All the cold and the shiverness will all vanish by the grace of God. And in terms of, you know, using it as contraceptives, you have two ways. You can make an oil of it, or you can just boil it, grind it, blend it, and squeeze out the juice. Man, if you are a man who want to, you know, prevent pregnancy, you can drink it. When you drink 1 cup of the juice of this leaf, it will prevent you from impregnating any woman for 1 week. So after 1 week, you can impregnate another. So when you drink 1 cup as a man, one, you know, teacup as a man, let's say morning and evening, it is going to prevent you from impregnating a woman for at least 3 days, the next 3 days, not 1 week, for the next 3 days to come. You understand? So you have to take note of that. So that is how you can use it in terms of contraceptive. In the case of women, you can make an oil of this, you know, leaf. Before you go in the other room with your husband, you can just drop some of the oil at the palace. I hope you understand. Yes, you can drop some of the oil at the palace before your kin come to you and then have a discussion with you. Other with that, the moment the sperm enters the palace, because there is already, neem leaf oil there, the neem leaf oil are going to, nullify all the spermatozoas, and there won't be any, pregnancy by the grace of God. That is if you want to prevent pregnancy due to one or two reasons. So that is how it is used. Kindly copy the link of this video, share to your friends, your family, and people around you, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new to this channel, and then you click onto the notification bell, select all, so that anytime we bring you a video such as this one, you'll be the very first person to get notified. I will see you in the next video. Have a nice day.